Drivers, to your cars.
Hello, and welcome to the first extravaganza race of the season at Phoenix. Starting on pole, Zach Michael, Uno, University of Northwestern Ohio Mustang.
Wow.
Second, Craig Lee in the NOS Energy Chevrolet. Third, Tony Pizarro, Boston Red Sox Ford. Fourth, excellent start by Christian Torres, GameStop. Sixth, Dan Johnston in the Allstate Tear My Car Up machine. Fifth, Drew Brees, Ampio, Jimmy Stevens. Seventh, Ryan Heuser, Sugar-Free NOS. Eighth, Alan Coke Zero, Nesvetter. Ninth, Matt Reboyne. 10th, Mr. Rick Jackson, currently way back in the standings. 11th, last week's pole sitter Mark Rookie Murphy. Best start of the season for Brandon Rains, Xbox 12th. 14th, Ben Gear. 13th, Dave Miller. Randy Dobbins, Scott Jackson, Alex My Man Crapser, Tony Long, A&W Root Beer, Mike Carroll, Pontiac, Zach Miller, John Tharp, John Batista, Champion Tim McDonald, Dalton Lucas, points leader Johnny Reed Foley, Donald Stewart, Jonathan Scrabix, Matthew Dominique, Dale Oldman Rosendahl, another Oldman, Glenn Kaufman, made the show, Scott Drake, Bill Werkheiser, William Perry, Adam Crapser, Mark Guthrie makes the field, Aaron Cummings, David Butterworth, Bush's Best Baked Butterworth, teammate Bob Marley Pettit, rookie Jack Painter makes the show again, Michael Henson. Starting last, Steven Spears. And next to him, former teammate Rob Scarberry. Drivers who did not make the field include Broderick Whitman, Kevin Corbett, and others. So file your protests, folks. We are about to start at Phoenix. Today we will begin our invocation. Dear God, let us pray that the University of Northwestern Ohio racing team is successful in their endeavors in the modern future and does not crash, destroy their equipment, or will lose their talent at any point during the season. Amen. What's your current status on your race team, Zach?
Nothing. I don't know.
Are you
Not
going
really
to drive?
doing anything. No, we're not doing anything.
I see.
Yeah.
When do you start doing stuff?
I don't know.
Cars roll off the grid. Alan Nesfetter is off the pace and is currently in his pit stall. What a terrible break for the 8th place man in points. Catches back up. Green flag is out. Here comes Tony Pizarro on the bottom.
Damn, I would have thought I at least would have helped with lead off goddamn turn 2. But nope. Great.
Well, you're hanging in there. I think the preferred line might be the top. Tony Pizarro takes the lead on lap 3. Zach Michael comes back down on the bottom, looking to take it back. Alan Nesfetter is 2 laps down after his start and not go. Zach Michael takes the lead on lap 6. Jimmy Stevens and Craig Lee race side by side as we see Pizarro go underneath Michael again. Pizarro going underneath Michael into turn 1. He will take the spot.
That's good. Good. Fantastic. Fucking just perfect.
What happened?
No, I'm just complaining to complain.
Oh, I got you.
Practice Sebring.
I kind of want to race that, but I don't want to mess with your whole deal. Seems like you got enough people.
Ooh, I think. But I don't know.
Hello, sirs.
Fuck Joey Logano.
Hello, Spears.
How many laps in are you?
We're on lap 11. You have gone from 42nd to 39th.
Just happy to be here.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, is this New Phoenix?
This is actually
No, this is
2011
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Oh, so it's... Yes, new old new. Jerry Punch. Mayonnaise. Ooh, Zach is running P2.
Started on pole, but then Tony and his lack of a left side window drove past me.
I'm going to be hearing that all season.
I know. Extravaganza officials really need to crack down on that. I'll tell Tim to paint me a car and have the left side window texture be like a foot behind.
I hope I have the cylinder down and I don't just suck.
A version of Phoenix, sure.
Phoenix 11.
I have a red Flex Seal car.
Why are you running Phoenix 11?
It's the best. It's the best for the AI for some reason. I think a later version would be, but there really is no later version.
Why didn't you just take the AI lines from this one and put it in default? Either. If this is proper Phoenix, front stretch being the actual
It was
Phoenix.
the people that made the really high quality tracks.
I don't want 2003 AI going down to the
I was just asking for it at that time. I hope I wrecked the 48.
You guys are racing for last. Might as well do it while your car is not handling.
Yeah, 10-4, 10-4.
Alan has gone a third lap down.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
we watch Tim go 3 wide between the rookie and the veteran Scott Jackson.
That's his teammate in front of him.
Ben had a very good qualifying run.
Don't worry, he'll finish last. Wow. How are they staying 3 wide?
I don't know.
Guess
They're
the
doing a
Rams have
really
a new
good
logo.
job.
RIP those tires.
Well, keep in mind they're teammates, so they have respect for each other.
What in the shit is that hat?
And new logo, supposedly.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Car hard in the wall.
Number 22, the champion,
Oh, no.
goes around.
Couple
Contact with his teammate.
Isn't he also team owner?
No.
Oh.
He does hold a share in the company, though.
Not good, guys, and Ampio was involved. I think Ampio turned down on Benjamin, and then Benjamin hit Timothy.
That's exactly what happened. Tim came up
Yep.
too high, Speedy came up too low.
Sandwiched in the middle, and Tim didn't hold his brake.
The good news is he stayed up there. Also good news, he wrecked at Phoenix last year too, and still finished really well.
Was it easy to spin out at this track in N4 or was it hard? I don't want
That is a lot of nose damage. Good thing we're not running realistic, or his day would be over.
I think he might be. What was your question, JB?
Was it easy to spin out at this track in N4 or was it hard?
Not at this track. Usually the flat tracks. Well, that wasn't
I don't
hard.
even remember what the cars handled like. I was just trying to think.
You can't control the car going into the corner in N4. Oh!
Oh,
Speedy's making repairs to his vehicle. You couldn't really control it going in, but if you wore the right rear going out, you were done. And that's when you start spinning. Usually it was either bottoming out, entering the corner wrong, like at an awkward angle, or losing the right rear. That would spin you, no matter what track it was. We had a lot of guys stay out, including Steven Spears, Dale, Scott Drake, Donald Stewart, Dan, John Tharp, Michael, Tex, Dalton, Randy, JB, Tony Long, Zach Miller, and Mark Murphy all stayed out under this caution.
You know what I think? I think we need to open our fucking nostrils.
I don't think these teams can afford tires.
Oh, absolutely not. We came with 2 sets.
It's a
might
Tri-Series
take a
race
nap.
in 2000.
We have a self-imposed rule on the 65 team that we can change 1 tire under caution. And of course, you know, if it comes to it, we have to put left rears on the right rear and right rears on the left rears.
Oh god. You can just change the tire pressures, right?
No, we don't have tire bleeders. No one's thumbnail's long enough to poke the nozzle. Whatever happened to Ryan Newman's illegal tires?
I'm not sure. When was that?
2015.
Oh, what track?
I don't remember. Martinsville. He got that P5 penalty. $125,000 fine for Luke Lambert's 6-race suspension because the tires were bleeding.
Holy crap.
Interestingly enough, they got caught with illegal tires again. Yeah, so they took the tires 1 race, and they came back to Martinsville the next week, and they took them again, and that's when they found that they were illegal. Interesting. that A&W car new?
Is that Michael Henson?
Yeah, it's new.
Henson is Chick-fil-A. Tony Long is A&W.
Why is he running up front here?
He stayed out.
Michael Henson?
Yes. Open your fucking nostrils.
Tony Long almost led some laps there, but not gonna happen as Zach Miller, who desperately needs a good finish, is our new leader.
Did you ever figure out Photoshop? Or Illustrator?
No.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to bring it up then. Sorry. PTSD.
Still sitting as it was yesterday. And I don't know what to do.
How did John Tharp get damage?
I think from an earlier incident, 'cause that's why he pitted.
Not good. So he was speeding there.
Oh, I think he hit Allen on the start when he blew up.
Wait, someone blew up on the start?
Yeah.
What the? Oh, dude, this race was fucked at this. That is the most extravaganza thing I've ever seen. You have to look in the analyzer and tell us what happened.
I will.
Probably like an ignition or something. Fuel pickup.
That put Allen 3 laps down. He came into this race top 10 in points too. As we see Michael Henson battle Tony Long for third.
Tony, do you let these entire races run for like 2 hours and then just save the replay?
Yeah.
What do you find time to do this?
I mean, I can do other things while it's going.
How do you not spoil the winner?
You don't look.
I feel like you've looked before.
I look at the start just to see the qualifying lineup, and then once it's over, I'll save. I haven't done it in a while, but I used to have to do 2 replays, but it'll let me do 1 now. And then I just keep it on pit 1, then I'll save at the end, then remember to save the export. But I need to know who the provisionals are, so I always look at the start.
That's how we knew that Kevin D queued last night.
Correct. Qualifying is every Friday.
Why are the cars on the top faster than the cars on the bottom? I need answers.
We got PB and J up there.
Isn't that a good thing?
This Phoenix.
We got peanut butter jelly up on the top. Jeremy Pringle applied it last night while everyone was sleeping.
Yes, nobody's gonna notice. Some random dude on the track.
With a bucket.
Remember we were supposed to get that camera in the iRacing replay that showed us where the heat was in the track?
Yeah.
That would've been cool.
Yeah, remember when they told us that it was gonna work? Here we are 3 years later and it still doesn't work. Still doesn't do shit.
That camera?
Dynamic tracks.
Oh.
Because none of our races are long enough. They don't have the time scale right on it. I'm sure if you ran
It doesn't matter. Pro races, they have long enough green flag races, and they don't move.
I don't even really notice the track changing on the curve.
Exactly.
Dude, that chicken sandwich at Michael's car looks really good.
But in the video they showed Bristol, like, you'll be able to move around. No. Can't do any of that.
Well, doesn't help that they keep changing the tire models.
New leader, Michael Henson.
Yeah, it's all a show. That track camera showing the heat maps is really easy to implement because it's just a debug. I'm sure it's probably 2 changes of lines in the code that allows you to look at it.
Bet you they use it all the time.
I'm sure.
I think actually in the forum they said they didn't come out with that because they didn't want people cheating.
I mean, if it's in a replay, though... Like, during the race, I understand, but once you save it to the replay and then look... I don't know. Make it a little bit more sense. There's an option that
You would think.
educate yourself, but I understand that during the race session, not having it on.
There's a lot of dumb shit that doesn't make sense.
I don't see what's stopping them from turning off mirrors and officially. I mean,
Nothing. It's so easy to implement too. It's like just make the game connect. You know how you always have the check mark that gives you different controls for this car? Just have that emulated on your dirt and turn off the fucking mirrors. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
I don't know with it, but if that's what they did, then...
you'll get comfortable with it.
The problem is, there shouldn't, like, people rely too much on that mirror when dirt racing, and you can tell when you're racing around them, you're like, why the fuck are you mirror driving?
Whenever JB runs dirt and streams it, I can never tell where the actual car is going in the mirror. It's pointless to even look.
I
God,
really
when-
only
Definitely
use it
not
to know,
pointless.
like, where the leaders are at when I'm going a lap down.
When 305s first came out, it was awful. People would be fucking blocking and shit. I'm like, what are you doing?
Alright, I'm gonna go take a nap until the Vipers game.
I'm not gonna wake up in time.
I will wake up in time, so I'm gonna set an alarm.
We'll have a good sleep.
I
Now.
will. BRB.
Enjoy your rest, JB.
So it'll probably be almost over by the time he's back. Why is Zach in 31st?
He and Tim are struggling this run.
Like, they can't get through traffic.
He's dropping way back. He's almost last.
That's wonderful.
Holy crap. 34th. Yeah, that goes to show you the competitiveness of the Extravaganza series. And I forgot Tim crashed already, so that's why obviously he's back there.
Got a log jam here.
Got some good battles from 6th on back. Ryan Hoyser and Donald Stewart. We should call him Desperate Donald. After the events of the first 3 weeks, and he's having a good run. '12 car, I believe, is the first one with fresh tires.
There it is. I was waiting for Donald to slide up. God damn it, Donald! It is weird. Like, I was watching that Phoenix race, expecting for like Darrell Waltrip to be screaming that Logano was about to get dumped by Harvick. but it was just kind of like, oh, and Harvick dives it in there. Daryl would have been like, and here he comes!
I miss Daryl.
Has your slab nearby?
Yes, JB probably couldn't sleep.
I gotta go where I'm about to send you.
Lap 50, top 10, Michael Henson, Zach Miller, Mark Murphy, Donald Stewart, Ryan Hoyser, John Batista, Tony Pizarro, Tony Long, Matt LeBoyne, and William Tex Perry. Ryan will clear Donald Stewart for the 4th position.
That's right now.
Yikes.
How? How does that get through beta testing?
I don't know. iRacing just, they need to hire more people. On a platform that has like almost 10,000 people on it every week. We have a caution.
That's weird, I didn't see anything happen there.
Probably for, I see skid marks in turn 3.
That could be from Tim.
Ooh, you're right. Nope. Oh no. Looks like the 20 car's involved.
I would say so.
Yep.
And he flipped.
Zach Michael, upside down, coming off of turn 4.
Sliding on his roof.
The good news is, I think he can continue. He can take a tow. He's not far from his pit, but he will lose at least 1 lap.
I don't even know how he flipped. That's like the most 2003 flip ever.
Oh, they were 3 wide, and it looks like he just got too close to butter. It's really similar, maybe not.
God, the AI, when the cars hook up, they just stick to each other until they wreck.
Pretty much.
They don't ever like bounce off each other like a human would. They just like glue to each other. So I think that's what happens. Him and the 81 just kind of hit and they stay glued. Yeah. Surprised his roof isn't damaged.
I can't tell if it is or not.
Interested to see the damage from the replay analyzer after this one.
Absolutely. I don't think he'll have that much. It's just
I don't think he will either.
Kill him. He might
Should be like
lose
the
too.
should be like the 1950s Daytona Beach races. They're gonna flip him back over, and he's gonna keep running.
Curtis Turner.
I think everyone pit this time.
Smart decision. Well, maybe not actually. Some of the guys that pitted last time didn't do too well.
Crowd Did pit road. Miller beat him out. Whoa! Oh!
Well,
Miller make it off first?
Michael's left side is destroyed. Zach's already back out there. He's only one lap down, and he looks pretty good.
Okay, Dale.
I'm not sure where he's going.
To the fucking retirement home.
He can't gain spots under green, so we'll gain them under caution.
Henson gets out. This is why Miller beat him off pit road right here. Boom. Yep.
Well, that really destroyed the front end of Bill's car.
Yes, it did. I wonder why Miller beat him off pit road.
They have the same pit crew. Not the same pit crew, but they're on the same team.
And then T-Mac just clips him too. Clips Miller. Tight pit road. As Mike Joy would say, car hard into the wall with each other.
Zach's gonna spend his second race in a row trying to get his lap back. Top 10, Zach Miller, Mark Murphy, Michael Henson, Tony Pizarro, Ryan Hoyser, Matt Raboyne, Donald Stewart, Rick Jackson, John Batista, Craig Lee, coming to lap 58.
Where is Scott Jackson?
26th.
Not good.
All year he's been in the back, and then at the end he'll just start showing up.
Whoa! Zach's racing Miller hard.
Zach's showing no mercy.
He's angry. He wants his lap back. Jesus, John Tharp. Damn, he did.
John Tharp also wants his lap back.
Awesome if a caution came out right now. Wow. T-Mac showing why he was the Busch Bonanza champion.
T-Mac's doing a great job. Won the pole last week. Doing good this week.
Whoa. Miller's actually pretty fast.
He is. He's very good at Phoenix.
I don't think he's gonna win, but if he can just stay up front and keep the track position, he'll probably run really well today.
We've got the 12 and the 138 up there. Once
Whoa.
they get going, it's gonna be hard.
This is the third time the 20 and 28 have gotten together. Allen is actually pretty fast. That really sucks that he had a bad start.
Even right now, he's 2 laps down. Even if he gets it back.
Whoa now. Getting a little scared.
Be careful, Mr. Me. Last thing I need to do is try to wreck a lap car and cause a big one.
You're like hanging right on that left rear. It's so sketchy. Wow, Tony Long's P10.
Rick's finally having a good run.
Oh, there's Brad. Where did he qualify? Mid-pack?
I think mid-pack. I don't remember him starting near the front.
Oh, Dave Miller.
He needs to improve on his speedway package. Similar to last year.
Yep. Wow, I'm actually not in last.
You're up to 22nd. You're doing a pretty good job. Whoa!
Wow. Whoa. Is Hinton pitting?
That
That
looks
sucks.
like it. He probably has a flat. He's probably repairing that damage.
Yep, I would assume so.
Horrible break.
He's not going to be happy with Bill at the end of the race.
Ooh, he got out pretty quick, but he's definitely going to lose a lap.
The damage is fixed at least. Yeah, we'll, I'm excited to see what he's pitting for in the analyzer.
Whoa, man.
That's a tough break. Ray's gonna LePage the field, isn't he? Jesus. Whoa.
It's a shame that pit road was just a little bit too long.
It's unfortunate. Yeah, Miller's fast. At least right now.
He's keeping up with Ryan, which is good.
It's a good benchmark. If he can keep up with you two, that means you're probably pretty fast. But we still have over 200 laps to go.
In real life, racing with Alan here was interesting. He was very fast at this track. So it makes sense that he'd be up there.
Slow now. Slow down. Did he actually make contact and push him up the track?
I'm not sure.
Might have been a clean pass if it just looked.
Either way, Ryan got the lead. What did you have for lunch today, sir?
I really didn't eat lunch. I just ate some snacks.
What kind of snacks?
Chips and salsa.
Ruffles or another brand?
Hint of lime Tostitos, I think they are.
Never had lime chips before. Sound pretty good.
It was hint of lime and then obviously the scoops.
Zach,
A lot
what did you
of-
have for lunch today?
Taco Bell.
What kind of tacos?
Crunch Wrap.
Nothing beats a good Crunchwrap Supreme.
Dude, I really liked the triple crunch wrap or whatever it was, double. Yes.
It's alright. It's just a big Crunch Wrap.
Yes, which was fine because I usually like to get 2.
Well, that's fine because they're usually $4.
Imagine how many crunch wraps JB could buy instead of going to Grubhub.
Yep.
Like 7.
It's crazy.
And they're $4 a piece. Or $3.79 here.
I can't believe he uses it so much. Like, I've looked at Grubhub prices and I'm like, no.
I would use it like if I had people over or something.
Right.
Like, hey, what do you guys want for dinner? You know, they were all there to split it or something. You know, but I wouldn't use it daily. Like, I get traffic's bad, but sometimes you gotta drive a little bit. I like driving. I like getting out once in a while. Whoa!
We're a lot of 3-wide action.
Not that. I'm running Sebring with my ghost car turned on, and I like flat-footed it through a section, and like a flat foot, and like ran over my ghost car and got scared for a second.
The hard part is... The hard part is realizing that you have to go probably a second slower during the race.
Traffic is going to be such a nightmare.
Oh yeah. How big is
Yeah, 'cause
Sebring?
a few miles, but it's in half the track's like really narrow.
Yeah.
I wanted to run, but I was like, yeah, I'm more comfortable in Daytona.
They're gonna have to ride behind just to do it. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be easy going into it with that mentality. Be like, after you're like, okay, I really feel like doing something stupid, because you won't get out of my way. You son of a
Course
bitch.
races. Yeah, that was me running a production challenge at Concord. I'm like, I'm gonna be patient this race. 2 laps later, get the fuck out of my way!
Move, you fucking retard.
Move, you fucking retard!
There's a difference between being patient behind a guy that's like 2/10 slower than you than 2 seconds slower than you.
Oh, this guy was 2 seconds, and I just flat out dumped
At
him.
an oval. A short track.
Yeah, I was like, get out of my way, and then I wrecked him. And I was totally fine after that, but then there was a wreck on the front stretch where the entire track was blocked, and I plowed into it. And that was the end of my race. Race for the win, I should say. Damn, I am really impressed with the 28 car, just waiting for the motor to blow.
That would be devastating. If I see the 28 or 55 crash or blow...
Well, it's gonna be really bad owner points wise.
Yeah. The 55 is really far back. It's actually impressive how far back he is. His best finish is 35th.
I'm impressed with myself. It took 4.5 laps before I got a 1X.
Good job, sir.
It's pretty good. Are incidents turned off in that?
Oh hell no, they're on. It's just an insanely huge number.
That's what I mean, to get DQ'd.
I'm pretty sure it's an insanely huge number. I don't know what exactly.
I wouldn't even worry about it.
Yeah, I'm
If you
intending
have
not
that
to find
many
out.
incidents, you're not going to finish.
At least not make all the laps. See, my plan is to wreck and have like 11 hours of damage, come back out, run 1 lap, and say I completed the whole race. Turn out it's 350 laps down.
Who are you gonna run it with, you?
JB and one of the guys from the race team. We were talking about iRacing. Like, yeah, I'm trying to find people who run the 12 hours, and they're like, oh, I'll do it with you. I'm like, alright, cool.
It's funny, suddenly you have too many people that want to race it, as opposed to the usual not enough. I want to race it, but we've
I'll
already
race
got
it.
4 people. We got 4 people.
4. We got 3.
I thought JB had his UPS friend.
No. I don't know. He hasn't talked to me about it. We're still in the planning stages. I'm just learning the track right now.
I gotcha.
These are my first, like, second laps here in this car. I'm still kind of learning the track and car.
Who's starting the event?
I don't know yet. And what's gonna suck about it is that it's the 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. shift, or 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. shift, so we're running overnight.
So, if if I run it, it'll start while I'm still at work.
Yeah, but we can run shifts around that.
That's probably the best shift that I could do. In Alaska, that's actually very good. So I can go home.
Well, that's what I was.
2 hours in.
That's what I was saying about the Daytona 24. Is that if we ended up doing it, I would do the late night shift for you guys on the East Coast because it wouldn't even be that late for me.
Yeah.
Kind of an advantage to have somebody on the West Coast.
Maybe we should run 2 Spears.
There's an 8 p.m. or there's an 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. shift starting Saturday morning. That's the second split. Or second time.
You want to run it, Spears?
Yeah, all you gotta have is a Class C road license.
I don't think I have a Class C.
And the want to do it.
Well, I can tell you right now that my friend on the race team is only available to run Friday. So if we die like in the first couple hours, I'm gonna just go to bed and try and run again in the morning. Or I would if I had people.
I gotcha.
Can you add people on your team once the event starts?
No, I highly doubt it. I've never done a team race before though, but I would be surprised if you could.
I'd say that'd be really funny if like you had to start it last round. You're like, shit, I need people.
I think because it like puts you in your split based on your average I rating of your team, so changing drivers would be a great way to do that.
If you're on the team, do you have to race it?
I don't think so, but you have to at least switch.
Okay. So if
I don't think, I'm not
join,
sure.
Like, do you get disqualified if one member of your team does not run?
Possibly. Like I know the 24 hours of Daytona rules, like the actual race. Each driver has to run at least 4 hours.
Because I can join your team.
Right.
$4 jeez.
Well, it's a 24-hour race. That's why there was that guy in the 24 this year that was running for 2 teams.
Yeah, that's crazy.
One thing I would suggest is that you have 2 people on at all times in case
Yep.
something happens.
But I don't know if you can switch, like if I were to fall out, if the car would have to be pitted in order to switch. Not sure on that one.
I think if you fall out, it might just default itself to pit road.
I don't know. I've never done a team race, so I'm really excited to, interested to see how all the specifics work.
We were so excited for the 24 hours a couple years ago.
Did you guys wreck?
Yeah, lap 7, Pedro Gonzalez Martinez.
Juan Carlos.
Juan
Red
Carlos
Dalton.
Bloom?
I think Ken has the fastest car by a mile.
Yeah, that would be smart though to have someone on at all times. Like, cause if you have to go to the bathroom or something. That would be my biggest thing. I'd be like, I
Tony
really
drops
have
out
to go to
again?
the bathroom.
I don't think I haven't dropped out in a while. I still drop
We're
out
talking like that.
before I start. You never know. And
What are the rules for that event, Pat?
I don't know.
where you're at, sometimes they reset servers at like 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning, so I wouldn't be surprised if one of you guys fall out. Like just one time.
You guys watched the Xfinity Series race last week?
At Auto Club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was Vegas. I don't remember. But, which race did Chad Canals call? Vegas?
Auto Club, I think.
Auto Club,
Yes,
okay.
Austin
And he
was
was,
in it for Vegas.
yeah, he was he might have called Vegas too, I can't remember. But he was talking about Anthony Alfredo and how he came to set up his iRacing sim and he didn't know who he was. And he's like, oh, I'm Chad Canals, blah, blah, blah. He's like, so what do you do? And he's like, oh, I'm a race car driver. And he's like, oh yeah? What do you race? He goes, well, I race the 21 car in the Xfinity Series.
I don't know what he looks like at all myself.
And he was kind of like, oh, okay.
I wouldn't know him by his looks, but if he said his name, I know him. If he said his last name, I know him. Alfredo's a pretty memorable last name.
Sauce. New leader, Kevin Pettit.
Oh, alrighty here.
Yeah. When I'm done with this race, I'll get in there and do something and try to practice. Do you have a setup?
You have no. You have the car?
What car is it?
Or GT 2017?
Is that the same as the 24-hour car from 2 years ago?
If it's the Ford GT, yeah.
I'll have to check.
Probably don't, because I think you guys are running the BMW.
Sebring Sunrise. That actually counts as a licensed promotion race for me.
What does?
13th week Sebring Sunrise.
Do it.
So I'm at a 3.7, but I'd have to buy the track and the car.
Do it. I don't know, Sebring's used pretty frequently. And the Ford GT is used in IMSA and all the endurance races. The new GT, not the old one, which is stupid because they're still separate. Should just discontinue the old one.
Yeah, this one is Ford GT 2017.
That's the one. We're running Mama in June too, so you guys better buckle up for that. Been talking about running endurance races for like 10 years. I think it's time we actually run one.
Oh, we have.
Well, I have. Beers has.
I've never entered a lap because whenever it's my stint, it's over.
The car's already crashed. Yeah, that's why, like, if we wreck out an hour or two, or maybe even 3 or 4 in, I'll call it and try and run Saturday morning.
I would say it's probably a 1 out of 2 chance that we wreck on the first hour.
Oh yeah. It's pretty high.
So I would really suggest maybe even just not racing. Maybe give ourselves a gap and just not do anything.
Well, we're definitely not going to win, because the people who run road are just aliens.
Right. There'll be guys with like 2,000 I rating that'll kick our ass.
Yeah, my road rating is terrible. I think it's 1544.
Yeah, mine's like a 17. Dude on the race team, his is like a 17 or 18. So we're all in the same group, I think, which is good, I think.
I'm a 4,000 because of Mazda Cup, so I'm probably.
Oh, well, this ain't Mazda Cup, buddy.
Yeah. I know. But I might drive it up a little bit to where the competition is a little harder, which might not be a good thing if I'm in it. 3Y battle for the lead. Foley on.
Yeah, that might. I don't know. Get good, buddy.
I do not like the chicanes layout of Lime Rock.
When I raced it, I actually didn't mind it that much.
Not much of a road racer, so when I have to Turn
The hard
left
part
and
was-
right more times. It's not fun. Ooh!
The hard part was
Watkins
Sebring,
Glen
though.
is in the national car? Kinda wanna run that.
Is
Do
it
it.
the boot or the regular?
Regular. It's the cup layout.
The hard part with Sebring though is that it's so damn flat. There's like 0 elevation change. So it's really hard sometimes to know what corner is coming next.
It's all memory.
Does 13th week stuff count towards your stuff? I've never even ran stuff in week 13.
If it's official stuff, yeah. Like if it's Street Stock or Mazda Cup or the Open Series.
It's the 13th week tube frame twister.
Yeah, anything that says Tube Twister or Twist Twiller or Motherfucker
Buster
Series,
fuckery.
That's not gonna be an open.
So it won't count towards your safety rating or anything?
No.
Cool.
Demolition Dash Derby Dental thing.
Eldora Dental Dirt Derby.
Yeah. New leader Johnny Reed Foley.
I still haven't resubscribed for a year, but I think I might pull the trigger here because I can get it for $80 or whatever, and it would be good through next May or next
Oh,
March.
you got the 25% off thing?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I did last May.
When do I have to use this thing by? It says by March 18th.
Do you have any iRacing credits?
No.
Damn.
Is that thing
That's-
available
it's-
for everybody?
No, it's just for labs memberships.
no, it gives me a unique code, so I don't think so.
Oh, so you're not subscribed anymore?
No, so I lapsed. They gave me 3-month free. I went in to pay it because it was $5. I had $5 credit, so I got 3 months for free, basically. And then now they're trying to, they sent me another thing to come back to keep me subscribed. Smart, really. I just hate that.
You gotta do that.
Yes.
Get any kind of deal.
Because now, like, if you're a continuing member on iRacing anymore, you don't get shit.
Negative.
Do they still give you the bundle content discounts? Like, you own this much stuff, here's a discount?
I think it's only 10% though. And then credits.
There's different levels, but it's still I still get 20% off all new content.
Their Black Friday stuff was gold, it used to be.
The 75 for 100 was great.
Oh, yeah. It would, you'd spend 75, basically get $100. You spend $100 of shit, yeah.
And then your
That was
20%
perfect.
off would stack on top of that.
Yeah.
That's how I bought most of my shit.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
When you start the race, can you add me to the team? Or do I have to be present?
See,
when
that's
the
what I
race
was
starts?
asking. I don't know. That's what I was asking for.
That I don't know.
'Cause I
Talk to
can't be there
JB,
when
he
it
would probably
starts.
know.
I didn't realize I owned ISM.
Phoenix now.
Well, it's still called ISM in the SIM.
I know. I think they would change that.
Guess I could run C open. Be my first C fixed or C start in 2 years.
If you go in there, you're going to suck.
Yeah, I'm not going
Probably.
to.
Sorry.
I would suck. It would be awful. I don't have any truck setups. I don't have any truck time. I don't have any time on the new ISM either.
What do you mean new ISM?
I have no time on Phoenix. Last time I ran Phoenix, it was still the old layout.
Like old Phoenix or just old Phoenix?
Old Phoenix.
I don't think they've updated the layout.
On ISM?
Yeah. Not where the new start finish line is.
Oh, then I have run it.
Yeah.
I thought they already updated the track.
No.
Guess that's too hard to do.
But they were too busy working on Texas and it's 2/3 missing walls.
Like, I think it's great that we have 2 different roval options for Charlotte, you know, because that needs to be a thing.
It was a hot thing for a while.
It's just stupid. It's a waste of time. I think they spend their time doing dumb shit, and then the real shit that people want gets put off.
Yes.
Like scanning Wilkesboro, that's great. We'll see that track in 10 years.
Are we gonna fucking finish Long Beach? Or that New Jersey road course Harker ran that one time?
Junior's
Yeah.
trying to get Hickory scanned.
That would be cool. Except nobody runs short track shit on iRacing.
What's sad is that there's 100 million times more people running fake tracks than the real ones. There's 100+ people that run.
I think iRacing's solution to low official race counts is rather simple, and you alternate series between seasons. You don't allow them to run year-round every single season. You have to just stagger them and force people to run different shit.
That way people don't farm legends and get to 5,000 iRating and jack off about how great they are.
Like, I have no problem keeping the fixed, the Cup cars, the B cars, the C cars, that's fine. The National, that's fine. But they need to rotate the other series.
Rotate yours in that case.
Yes.
Rotate single cars.
One season you should be running a late model stock, the next should be the super late model, the same with the modified. But they never want you to give the feeling like you can actually choose what you want to run, but you really can't because no one signs up.
Oversaturation.
The oval side is incredibly oversaturated.
Both sides are, really.
It's better competition, though.
What's annoying to me is that Dirt Mods and Midgets, which is... Oh my god, okay. About wiped out. Was all that I ran last season, and they were at the same start time. So I had to, like, wait 2 hours in between races. What they need to do is just stagger more shit.
Jesus
My god,
Christ.
the tires are fucking gone.
They're running the modifieds at the Chili Bowl.
Dirt Mods at the Chili Bowl? You're not gonna go over 50 miles an hour!
It's funny, that's the week 13 one, that's hilarious.
Holy shit, I want you to
I kind of agree with you, Zach. There's no reason to not have a race in every series every hour.
just stagger more shit, or make stuff a half hour. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's something I can get behind too. Stop forcing people to run stuff every other hour. Just give us options. I don't know, like iRacing likes to sell you that you have there's so many options to run this much stuff, but you really don't because you don't have AI to run against, and you hardly ever can get official stuff in the asphalt sprint car or something. So it's like, what's the point?
I got no tires. I'm like about to run out of gas, and I can feel it.
That's good to know.
30 minutes, 32 minutes, 32 minutes is how long you can go on the fuel run. At least with my slow ass.
Doesn't seem very long, but
I don't know, I'm just running the baseline, so I don't know if that's even full.
You've got to keep in mind fatigue, too. We are going to get tired.
Oh, I'm gonna be a wreck by the end of this shit.
Well,
Especially because we're
don't
doing
say
the
that.
AM shift. Yeah.
We don't want you being
All
a
right.
wreck.
Now where's the pit road entrance?
No.
There's gotta be something good to learn.
I think I can run 30 fine, 30 fine. After an hour, I'd be fine. I think approaching the 2-hour mark is when I would start to get uncomfortable. I'd probably, if I could, I would have someone switch with me real quick so I could take a break and then get back in. But if I had to suffer through it, I think I'd be fine. I've ran really long races before, but I've never done an endurance road race, and that seems like a totally different animal.
Oh, I was talking to a dude in the race team. I'm like, I just want to finish. That's really all I care about, honestly. Oh, okay, let's see how long a pit stop takes. Oh boy.
Have they pit yet, Tony?
We have not.
So Miller just kind of fell back.
Yeah, my tires really were not all that worn.
Yeah, he went back. I think he's 13. I believe he's 13. It says he's 12, but that makes no sense.
Oh, they fuel it before they change the tires?
Maybe that's a rule.
Dude, these pit stops are insane.
How short are they?
Well, I'm still sitting in pit road. 1 minute, 0.3.
That's perfect. That means I could get up and
Well,
grab
honestly,
a bottle of water really quickly.
Depending on how I feel about tires, I would maybe go fuel only for several stops. Because my tires were only at like 88s on the right front, like 93 on the right rear.
I'd be too scared. I would always put tires.
Well, you figure I was done fueling at about 34 seconds. They put 25.9 gallons in. Okay, yeah, there's no way I started this full. It's estimating like 32 laps, and I've only gone 15.
Yeah, that sounds a little bit more correct. Like about an hour on fuel.
So then I definitely would take tires every pit stop then. They're going 30 laps, so it's going to be sketchy once you get about 15 into a run. When you start feeling it. That, and I'm being a little more aggressive.
Don't be aggressive.
Okay, just mowing the grass. We're good.
No.
I honestly, I would take it so easy. It would be it'd probably be frustrating to watch me. Like you're being really slow. Yep. I know.
I'm just learning the track, so I'm pushing it.
There's gonna be a lot of oh god moments.
Yes. As long as you don't hit things, we're okay. Going off track, you're good.
Well, every time you go off track, though, it's gonna be scary.
Trying to get back on track is a nightmare.
Backing up.
Tires are gonna be fucked. Did you ask Miller?
Yeah, he said he's not in shape.
Oh yeah, I remember reading that. Yeah, yeah.
Fuck. You bend it. God damn it.
JB eats like chicken and Chinese food and Taco Bell and all sorts of crap all the time, and he's a dirt pro.
I just don't think Miller wants to sit there and run it.
I guess not.
I'm in pretty good shape, and I don't even want to run it. I want to, but I don't.
I want to be able to look back and say I did it and we were successful.
I wouldn't be too butthurt if the car got wrecked, as long as it wasn't wrecked for a really long time.
Running at finish. That's my goal.
I don't want to be the one that wrecks it.
That's why I don't want to run, mainly because I will be the one that wrecks it. Well, I would at least have a couple off tracks. Matthew Dominique, pit road. Oh, that's Matt Raboyne.
That's Matt Raboyne, the other Quantum Racing teammate.
To look at the number on the hood. Coming down for, I assume, four tires, and fuel.
This might be a scheduled pit stop.
How come none of the opponent pit crews are on? Does it lag?
There's none painted.
I'm thinking this might be a bigger issue.
This is not good. I think he may be out of the race or something. We're going to act like this car is being pushed behind the wall for now.
Well, he came into this race 20th in points, so this is going to be a huge detriment to that.
I need some like pit stop sounds that I can play and like act like I'm on pit road.
Zing, 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 zing.
You know, that guy's looking like it's gonna be 4 tires and fuel here. 4 tires and fuel, a little bit of wedge, and he's away.
You are way too calm. A real crew chief would be like, motherfuckers. Or are you talking about the pit reporting?
Talking about pit reporting.
Oh yeah, no, you got it down.
I always thought Steve Burns used to be really good at pit reporting. At least of like the newer Fox team guys. Dick Berggren was pretty good.
Dick Berggren was excellent. Him and
He was
Glenn
the
Jarrett
legend.
were the two best.
There's our sound. Is Matt Reboyne back on the track or no?
He is not.
Okay, so we're gonna act like that car's behind the wall.
Be interesting to see what the analyzer says. One car who's done an excellent job all day is Tony Long.
Yes. I would agree, definitely. Overachieving by a lot.
Absolutely.
Brad's working his way up through the field. He's chewed away at it pretty consistently since the start.
He's finally got a good run going. Meanwhile, Dave Miller and Rick Jackson, you're ahead of him. You're 25th, Rick's 26th, Dave's 27th, so you're not super up there, but you're beating some really good drivers.
As long as I'm beating the 33. And the 48.
And the 48, which you are doing.
Okay, good. They tried to take the whole season from me. I ain't gonna have it. Mike Harmon, I ain't gonna be disrespected. You suck. What'd you say? Come here. Come here, punk! Morgan?
Morgan! The fence climbing was the best part.
Looks like that Pennzoil Chevrolet is on a rail right now. Looking really good long run speed. Probably gonna have to pit here in the next 10 or 15 laps.
I feel like pit stops are soon, 'cause it's been about 100 laps, I think. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, they gotta be soon here. I'm expecting maybe 5 or 10 laps from now. According to my trends,
We have a caution.
every day, every time today. That was bad.
Crazy.
What else is he gonna
Hey.
do other than be in the booth, which is where he should be?
No, it was like every time they cut to Larry with trends on the race, he was like, well, according to the trends, a caution, and then like 2 seconds later, a caution would come out.
House is plowed into the wall.
He knows exactly what's gonna happen. Could you imagine if he went back to being a crew chief?
I would cheer for him, but he would probably be so bad.
Wasn't Hammond on the box for Clayton Eaton?
Yes. Yeah.
is Jeff Hammond?
He's doing a race hub.
He works in the studio. I wonder if he's going to commit to doing a lot of truck stuff. I didn't know it until the team was getting ready to shut down that he actually owned part of Red Horse Racing.
I think they need to bring him and Myers back to the Hollywood Hotel and ditch McMurray and whoever the other fucks are.
When's the last time they called it the Hollywood Hotel?
2 years ago. Now they're at a big studio in Charlotte.
The studio is better, as opposed to riding around in a mobile thing.
Dog. Can I get that set?
Yeah, guys, I've been running the numbers, and we should be hitting in about 15 laps.
Watch it be exactly 15 laps.
Well, if we stick to running the same tracks for each season, by next year we'll actually have really good trends on when they'll have to pit. Because I can go back and watch it and see how many laps they went under green.
Oh, and central attachment. Where'd you get the setup from, dog?
I paid for it on VRS. Or actually, it was on Craig's setup shop. It was the most downloaded setup.
You paid for it?
Yes, $5.
Oh shit, dog. I hope this is...
So it better be good.
Oh, I just ran a 15-lap run. I was 202, so we'll see.
Oh, I ran a 201.0 early.
How do you
Like
know
starting
they're
with
giving
us
you
ran
the
a
best stuff,
198.
though?
You don't.
You don't.
How would anybody know that any setup is the best setup?
That's why I
what I'm
should have
saying.
given.
Why would you pay $5 for a set?
That's why I should have given that dude who asked for my Legend setup the fast setup with no fuel,
It'd be fast.
or give him the fast setup with like
Tony,
worst piece of shit ever.
it's a service that you pay $5 a month for, and then for whatever series you like to run, they give you an updated setup for that week.
How do you know what they're giving you is good, though?
I don't know. I mean,
You have to benchmark it, I guess.
go test it.
God damn, Brad, you're really good on the long run. I mean, he's driven straight up through it. Where did Tim come from?
He went from last to first. Foley's just kicking everyone's ass all season.
Aggression. It's the aggression. He's got like 190 aggression.
Yeah. If you're buying those setups, JB, and they're doing really good for you, then I guess that's how you would know.
I mean, I don't ever buy setups.
Well, it looks like Matt Reboyd is still behind the wall.
A notepad. Make a note of this. Pit stops. Takes about 32 seconds to change a set to fuel it fully, and takes about just as long to change all 4 tires.
I had no idea MLS was drawing this type of crowd.
Yeah, dog, they're going head to head with XFL.
When did MLS start?
Oh no! Trouble! Trouble!
Zach Miller into the dogleg wall.
Good grief.
What a horrible season.
Well, guys, we came up about 7 laps short of our window, so I think everybody be coming down here putting 4 tires and fuel on. Tires on, fuel in.
I think MLS started in the late 90s.
1993.
It's pretty recent, honestly.
That's why it's not such a big deal, because it started so late.
I tell you,
Oh no, Miller.
if I was Zach Miller, I'd be pretty upset with Randy Dobbins.
Little piece of shit.
He did kind of ride him up the track. He tried to give room for Scott, but Scott wasn't really in the...
These cars, when these cars connect, they just glue themselves together. They just ride it up into the fence. That's why Zach flipped earlier. Not Zach Miller, but Zach Michael.
The Zacks are having a horrible day today.
A lot of nose damage on that right front.
Alright, here we go. Let's
It's gonna be a little loose.
Look, someone needs to repaint Randy a new car with a better nose.
That's his car there.
Because that Fusion looks like it's from 2004.
I think the brake bias needs to go up a little bit.
Well, good news is that everyone's going to be able to pit here, and, yeah.
I don't think Brad's too happy with Foley.
Oh, my goodness, I would say he's not. I don't know what that was all about.
Oh, what do you think the brakes work?
I love how even during MLS games we have British commentators.
Hey, there's a lot of smoke in that corner still. Or is that coming from...
I'm sure that's from the Miller wreck.
Wow, Foley is way ahead of the field. Well, I can tell you right now, he's going to get out first on pit road. Watch him get trapped. Oh, Tim just ran into him. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, Tim got hit by hard by Dalton. What are you doing, Dalton? We have some guys changing left sides first and then right sides. That's different. That looked weird. Oh no! Oh wow, that's a hard hit. Is that Ryan? Wow. Who the hell was that? Dan?
I think that was Dan.
It looked like an Allstate car or State Farm, whatever that is. That's Allstate. To be honest, I don't know what Dan's doing there. Don't know what he's thinking.
Anyone's right, doesn't have any sponsorship.
I don't think his spotter was spotting. Craig has a lot of damage too.
Where did his nose... Oh, dude, where did that nose damage come from?
Not sure.
That looks like it's been there a while. Oh, no, it hasn't.
Oh!
So there was more. Okay, see, I thought I saw smoke in that corner, so there was more to that wreck.
You were right.
That's not good.
This was
Was
like
that
Jeff
Ampio?
Gordon and Jeff Gordon at whatever track that was.
I'm gonna be honest, that's really bad from Speedy. I mean, he just hooks him there. That damage is gonna be pretty rough, too. I don't
And
know.
JP orgasm.
Sorry, I'm just watching the end of this soccer game.
Wow.
Man, JP's a soccer fan.
That was really close, being a game-time goal.
Well, other than that, it looks like pit road was, you know, a few bumps here and there, but it wasn't too, dangerous, I would say. Foley definitely got out ahead. Wow, Tony, did you beat Tim out? Holy shit. It sounds like the lap is significantly better. That's not good for Craig. He's got a lot of damage. Looks like they had to do some right side suspension work on that car. No good.
Somehow Ben got a lap down.
That ain't good either.
Poor Ben. Top 10 coming to the lap 165 restart. Johnny Reed Foley first, then Alex Crapser, Tony Pizarro, Tim McDonald, Ryan Hoyser, Ken Pettit, Tony Long, John Batista, Scott Jackson, and Donald Stewart.
Go, 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 go.
Bro, the entire sideline are all sitting in like gaming chairs.
I wish the NFL implemented that.
MLS is weird, dude.
I mean, technically they are gaming.
They just need to leave soccer to the British.
We are live on air. N.O.R.L on Twitch.
What are you live?
And we will be going to commercial. Fade out, and then I'm going to sit here and say okay 20 times in a row. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. And then you got Benny Parsons like, hey, can you tell them to give me a cold one? A fresh cold one? And the booth next door. Thank you. It's like,
Yeah.
Thank you, Neil.
Neil Diamond.
and then Bob Jenkins is like, okay. Alright. And
Then
welcome
you got
back.
Bill Weber. Then you got Bill Weber going, hey Marty, why don't you go fuck yourself?
Didn't Matt Yoakum start yelling at somebody too in one of the races? Well, if you were at the team exercise,
Yeah, that was at Bill Weber.
yeah.
You weren't part of the team, Bill.
I love Bill Weber. He's by far the best in the booth.
Said nobody ever.
He's the best magician, too.
He might be the best musician, but he's definitely the best NASCAR commentator.
I would say Eli Gold is.
Yeah, too bad he had to creep on a fucking college sophomore cheerleader.
I'm not familiar with this story. I don't really know.
Oh yeah, that's why he got shit canned from MRN, because he was trying to slide in the DMs of one of the cheerleaders for University of Alabama.
Something wrong with that.
He was like harassing her and shit, leaving some very lewd comments.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Tony,
So MRN
Tony
just
Long is not
quietly
taking
fired
any
him.
shit today.
No.
He's up there door slamming Ryan.
I have a fear that Ryan's gonna pit at some point with that damage.
Me too. He's probably got a messed up right front suspension. The ball joint's broken.
I'm just thinking about what happened to Michael. That's why he's a lap down.
We'll just say that the brake caliper exploded. There he is.
Called it.
Yep. Looks like he's got a tire rub or something, guys. Coming down to get some service on the right side. We'll see how long it takes.
People have to be careful going in the pits. Takes that little bit of damage. And you think he would have fixed it, but he didn't. He's gonna lose at least a lap here. Might end his day. As far as winning, it's so hard to get a lap back.
They don't stop the clock even during injury. Badass.
Well, they have extra time after that makes up for all of that. They go after the 90 minutes, and then whatever time they have for injury, they'll add. So some games are 95 minutes, some games are
Stoppage
like
time.
110 minutes.
4 minutes of stoppage time. I didn't think about ending this fucking game.
Bill, yes. You were talking about traffic earlier. You had your choice to have the easy in, easy out, but you chose the shuttle. I wasn't talking about traffic today. No. Were you talking about camping out, not camping out? Yes, I said we were camping out. No. There's no we. You were not with us, Bill. It's a team. No, Bill, you were not there. You were not part of the family this weekend, Bill. Yeah, we can do a top 5 through the field shifting. Close Matt's mic.
In fairness, Matt was kind of in the wrong for doing that during the work part.
Yeah, I don't know why Matt Yoakum was so mad at him, but
Like,
God damn, it was funny.
that's
though.
something you bring up before or after the on air.
no.
Or
There,
off
there,
air, but
no,
you
no,
know
no,
what I
no,
mean.
no. There's no we, Tony.
Oh my god.
I guess Matt was upset that they didn't. Yeah, that's really funny. Good stuff.
I'd like to know more about the story.
I guess it's because Bill Weber didn't go camping with everybody else, and he stayed at a hotel and took a shuttle in. And I guess Bill was talking about traffic or something and it being terrible. So Matt was like all pissed off and was like, well, blah blah blah.
I mean, I'm not really a big camper either, and I'd much rather go to a hotel.
Me too.
Yep. I think Bill got fired soon after that from TNT, didn't he?
He got fired in, I think, late 2009.
So it was a little while longer.
Yes, and that was why we were watching Ralph Shaheen at Daytona.
Guys, close Matt's mic.
First straight race, there's been no wreck. I mean, does that amaze you? Have you ever seen anything like that?
David, only you would think about stuff like that. I don't know about what you think of during the race, but I try to figure out how to win the race and make my car go fast. I don't sit there and think of that petty crap that you think of.
Richmond 2012.
Chris Bucks,
Glad to see you're back to form.
let's go.
My favorite part about that entire interview is Dale Jr. is having to cover his mouth because he's laughing. He's like, oh no. You can see it coming because Tony gets asked a question about the no cautions and Dale Jr. just puts his hand over his face and is like, oh god, here we go.
From a fan's perspective, that's a better question to ask a fan. How does a fan feel about it? Because only the fans really care. Not Tony Stewart, not Denny Hamlin.
Part of me wonders, if the drivers were like, man, if Tony was telling other drivers, I swear to God, if we get asked one more time about the no cautions, I'm just gonna be, lose my shit.
If anything, they'd be happy there's no cautions. They don't want to crash.
Dude, soccer fields are way too fucking big.
What stadium are they at?
They're in Portland.
Portland?
Yeah, I don't know
Should
any
be-
Portland stadiums.
It's the same stadium that Portland State plays football in.
Well, that really sums it up for JB.
It's the same the same stadium that Portland's used forever. It's weird.
I mean, it's a cool looking stadium, but goddamn. Can you imagine soccer in an arena football field?
Yeah, it's
Indoor
Tony. That
soccer, look it
stadium, the MLS stadium that they're playing in is the Portland State Stadium, and also a bunch of other stadium uses. But it was built in 1930. That's how old it is.
And keep in mind, they play at Wembley Stadium in London, and it's a full crowd. That's a crap ton of people.
Yeah, but wasn't Wembley Stadium just redone a few years ago?
10 years ago, 20 years ago, it's been a while.
If Portland were to ever get an NFL team, that's probably where they would play at first because it has a capacity of 26,000.
This is where all XFL teams should have been playing in MLS stadium.
Why did you bring up the renovation, JB?
I don't know if they changed capacities or anything.
Oh, I don't know either.
Wembley? Oh yeah, hell yeah.
They demolished it and rebuilt the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's probably more of a safety thing than anything.
I think the newest Wembley was built in 2004 or something. Yeah, that place is massive. Well, for Europe, in my opinion. I think it holds 86,000 for the NFL games.
3 wide battle for third or for fourth. Mark Murphy, Tim McDonald, Tony Paisano.
Hey, JB, you had the chance to watch the AAF, but you didn't.
fuck are you talking about?
Look, there's no we. You didn't do it.
You were not. You were not part of the
Close.
family.
JB's Mike.
I thought JB wasn't gonna get it for a second.
That is so. I can't believe that happened on like. It's just so awkward. It was like on those continuous NASCAR in-car cameras or whatever.
It's one of those situations that could have been handled so much better by just talking about it.
Instead of
not
being
bringing it
like
up during the
Passive
race.
aggressiveness during.
yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
the worst part is he's like almost a mile away from him technically.
Like, doesn't really
He's on
matter.
he's on pit road. He's up in the booth.
Doesn't matter what Bill Weber did. He just did what he did. Who cares? He wants to go to a hotel. Let him go to a hotel.
Watching old races like makes me realize that Matt Yoakum has said at this juncture for like ever.
Him and Kevin Harvick were good friends.
Still are.
Well,
Is
right, neither of them
isn't
are
Matt
dead.
Yoakum? Isn't Matt Yoakum on the Sirius show with him?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Don't they have draws in soccer?
Yes.
they do. There's no overtime.
The time.
There's a.
Well, there is an overtime,
yeah,
but
it's
if
a
the time
shootout.
runs out, yeah. Weird.
Or do they do shootouts in non-World Cup events?
I don't believe so. I think they
I
play.
think they just tie.
They play it. They play another couple minutes of overtime, and then after if no one scores, it's a draw.
I don't even think they do overtime.
Yeah, I think they just do the stoppage time after 90.
Oh, maybe I'm just used to watching like Premier League stuff from freshman year. My roommate used to watch soccer.
You fucking paisano. CDS.
Just turned it on. Yeah, this game should be over in 10 seconds, right? 20 seconds? I think it's 90 minutes they play to.
Yeah. We'll have some stoppage time after. I think.
Who the hell is NSH? Is that Nashville?
Yes. 4 minutes of stoppage time.
Yes, they got 4 minutes here. I was talking to Brad about this. It's weird that when you watch the Mexican NASCAR stuff and the Mexican Truck Series, that's how the races aren't laps. They don't have a timer like soccer. And when the time's up, it's like, oh, the race is over.
What is this guy wearing?
I don't know, what kind of scarf? Why is he wearing a scarf?
United States. Wear that stupid shit here.
Used his hand. And he dropped the ball. Arguing about a lot of shit. Oh, that dude just got destroyed.
Right in the nuts. Or the leg.
Oh, my calf. Oh, my calf. Oh, no. My fucking calf. My pussy hurt.
That's faster.
How much faster?
A little loose.
Pretty out of control.
Not good, not good. Not good for a endurance race.
I mean, that setup was for the 12 hours.
Yeah. Just tighten that bitch up. Oh, we got a pass for the lead. Just kidding. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, nope, nope. Oh, it's one to him. Why is he running the high line? Oh, lost a lot of time there. He's a Nashville guy. He's like, I can't believe it. First, my home was destroyed by a tornado, and now I can't even make a fucking goal. Can't believe it. Oh, wow, that barely missed too.
Yeah, I hope they're delaying things. I think it's they'll probably be playing it on like ESPN 14.
It's probably on ESPN 2 or ESPN News.
Fox Sports and 14.
Do you guys get Fox Business Channel?
I did North Carolina.
Interesting.
I don't know if I do here.
There were a couple times that even like when Fox would carry something got pushed over there, or like lately it's been NBC pushing it over to like MSNBC or something. Wait, what the fuck? Why is racing on this channel?
About the only time anyone watches MSNBC anyway. My dad and like 3 other people watch that channel.
Alright, that should be a game right here.
Does he watch the Rachel Madcow show?
Yeah, he does.
Right, that's 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's over, dog.
Woo! San Francisco versus Gonzaga. Oh boy.
I'm not talking to him.
First win in March since 2017. God damn, you guys suck.
This is Tony Stewart.
That's what it sounds like.
Maybe the coach didn't wear such gay fucking shit.
No fans will be able to attend the Bahrain F1 event. What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Wow, they're that scared?
What's
Yeah.
wrong with it?
Coronavirus? They're gonna look like fucking...
I mean, they already straight up canceled China
When is the first F1 race?
next weekend.
Okay.
Saturday night at 2 a.m. or whatever, 1 a.m.
Oh yeah, that's the 10:30 start for me or whatever it is at night. I always
get to
watch
watch it.
Australia. Yeah, that's
You have to.
usually the one race I always watch.
It feels like the only one me and Miller and you are like in the DMs for, and then we're just like,
Is it in Melbourne?
by the time
Melbourne?
Russia comes around at the end of the year, I'm like, hey guys, F1 time, and I don't hear any responses till an hour after it ends. And you're like, I just woke up. I'm like, okay.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess
like
you don't want to get up at 4 a.m.
I know that's how I know how like the F1 race went is because you would give me updates. I'd wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh okay.
Yeah, you just scroll through my texts and then, which usually is like, wow, what a start. Oh, this is interesting. Hey, the Haas car is wrecked and Lewis Hamilton wins. There's a couple really good races last year. Germany was really good. I'm sad that track's not back on the schedule.
We don't want to watch soccer anymore.
Back in a couple of moments.
I want some prime rib.
Speaking of prime rib, Tony, I was looking at the Chinese menu and they have barbecue spare ribs
That sounds pretty damn good.
from a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah. Are you proud of that?
Oh, cool.
Were you gonna tell me a story about them, or
No.
you just felt like telling me that?
Just getting your thoughts on ordering spare ribs from a Chinese restaurant.
They're really good. I've had
From
spare
a Chinese
ribs.
restaurant?
Yeah, in Framingham we had spare ribs. They're just ribs with...
At a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
Why would
You
you want
ordered
spare ribs?
ribs
That's like racing on
from a-
spare tires.
Exactly.
Or bowling a spare.
Spare ribs are actually pretty popular in Chinese
You're not even
restaurants.
getting like the fresh ribs, you're just getting the spares. But the ribs that people didn't eat. There's some spare ribs. I don't want that shit, especially Chinese.
They're really good though.
I was sitting in a toilet or something.
Dude, Chinese spare ribs are... I haven't had them in like 10 years, but they're good. At least the ones they made at Framingham Chinese place. I think it was called Lucky Garden. .100 laps to go. Top 10, Matthew Dominique, our leader. Johnny Reed Foley, second. Alex Krapser, third. Rookie Mark Murphy, fourth. Other rookie Jack Painter, fifth. Tony Pizarro, sixth. John Batista, seventh. Rick Jackson, eighth. Tim McDonald, ninth. And Dave Butterworth, 10th.
Why are we still watching MLS shit?
Oh, you just switched over.
It's fucking XFL. Extreme Football League. Los Angeles.
I like how Gateway is called Worldwide Technology Raceway, but the logo is still Gateway.
Thank you.
Who's playing JB?
Tampa Bay Vipers are taking on the LA Wildcats at Dignity Health Sports Park at 6 o'clock
Buccaneers
p.m.
game.
Pacific time. Yes. Where the fuck is Joey Galloway?
Doug, you wanna run modifieds with me?
No. Watching Pepper Johnson.
But Doug, did you see where they're at?
Dude, he is so pissed about that.
Doug, they're at the Chili Bowl.
What?
Yeah, Doug.
SK Modifieds?
No, dirt modified, Doug.
Oh, that sounds stupid, Jack. That doesn't even sound fun.
I know. Nice race start. I want to spectate one of these fucking disasters.
Wait, that shit's official, too.
This. No, next one starts in 5 minutes. I'm gonna go in once and spectate that. That would be... That's just awful, dude. Like, you wouldn't even...
Okay, actually, I think I want the Vipers to win this game. Because fuck the Wildcats.
Dog stands are looking pretty bare.
LA.
Wow, dog, there's nobody there.
Give it time to fill up. The DC game wasn't... Oh god, that's bare.
Yeah.
It's a Sunday night. People are probably
The
wanting
DC
to
game
go to
was
work.
almost full, and it was pretty bare to start the game. That is pretty empty, though. But it is LA. I don't expect them to fill any stadium, ever. Go Davion Smith! Hey, Jimmy, Martez Carter is back.
Ooh, I'm back in time for kickoff.
Ooh, you're back in time.
Brad said he wasn't going to play this week.
Ooh, my pussy hurt. Any of you guys watch the Jumanji movie? Why was I logged out of Alt Fantasy Sports?
With Robin Williams? Yeah, I've seen it a bunch of times.
No, the newer one.
I don't recognize that.
I mean, it's actually pretty good, but the second one was not good. The second one was not nearly as good as the first remake. The first remake, reboot, whatever you want to call it, is actually pretty good.
One with The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
It's funny, like you can actually laugh at it. That was my biggest thing. I was worried it wasn't going to be funny, but it's pretty funny.
Oh, not good. Okay, that's fucking disgusting, Joey Galloway. That's fucking disgusting. It's a shame that was broadcast over your airwaves.
What was that? Oh! Oh my god, that was a bad interception. Holy crap, that was
Josh
terrible.
Johnson lost his mouthpiece, and Joey Galloway was like, well, you don't want to have to share someone's mouthpiece, but you will if you have to.
What?
Oh my fucking god, dude. No, I'd rather break my fucking teeth. Yeah, fuck you, Josh Johnson.
Dude, that's only his second interception of the season. What an awful throw. The receiver should have kept running back, too.
Should have kept Luis Perez.
Remember that time Josh Johnson got sacked on the Browns? Sack?
Yeah, that one game he played that Joe Thomas was like, "Hi, nice to meet you," in the huddle.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a disaster.
Then they, like... Didn't when Charlie Whitehurst went into the game, they're like, oh, I don't know any of the fucking plays, I just got signed here. Alright.
Pretty much.
We're just gonna run the ball left, we're gonna do a dive left. And everyone's like, okay.
Shouldn't they have asked him before they put him into the game whether he knew the plays?
Well, they knew he didn't, because he had just been signed the day before the game. So he was put on the active roster as an emergency backup. They had no choice.
That's such a recipe for failure.
Well, it was a failure. It was, yeah, I think it's funny, like, everyone's like looking back, it's like, okay. Calling plays is probably so hard. Alright, I'm gonna need the X receiver to run a slant, Z receiver run, 10-yard dig. Alright.
And then try to remember all those routes you just called for everybody.
Here we go. Yeah.
I can barely remember the 4 routes on the Madden screen, let alone what I say.
God. That's why, like, West Coast offensive schemes are so crazy. Like, John Gruden's play calls are stupid. They don't need to be that long, and yet they are, because he adds a bunch of taglines on them. It's like a signet. For each receiver, they have a different tagline to run a different route.
Gruden grinding.
Some good analysis, JB.
Thank you.
Like, an ideal play call length is pretty simple, like 23 jet chip wasp. Or like 65 toss power trap.
That's 49 Oz Wiz Arc Circle.
Oswald.
24 Oswald Hamilton. 22 Hamilton No Beach Trip.
We used to have
newspaper.
Dude, our play calls used to be really simple. Like when we'd run the ball, it'd be like 12 odd or like 13 Mary. 12 odd would be like, so okay, so you're gonna run the A gap. You're gonna run on the right side of the center, but you're gonna run through the 2 gap, and you're gonna give the ball to the fullback. Like 13 Mary would be, you're gonna run on the left side of the center through the A gap, but you're gonna give the ball to the running back. And it's also a read option because we played the veer, so it was like, if that DN bites, then obviously you keep, but if he sits there, you give. We used to have a tight end, okay, who would constantly block the read man, and we're like, you big fucking
Holy
retard.
shit, dog.
Stop blocking the read man.
Dog, there's 24 people in this modified race.
Wow.
Dude, at the
fucking
Chili Bowl, you're gonna be a lap down before the fucking race starts.
I'm just getting into spectate. I just want to see this. Like, this just doesn't seem feasible to me. Is it gonna be like 2003 when there's too many cars for the grid places and we just spawn on top of each other?
What is the maximum number of pit road stalls you can have in 2003?
43.
I thought it was like 46.
Might be able to have that many stalls, but you can't have more than 43 cars on the track.
Oh, I'm sure you could if you just went into I&I or the EXE and increase the cap. Probably, now, would things break? Probably.
Would the game crash?
Probably. I know how to use a hex editor, I just don't know how to, like, do a bunch of crazy changes. It would be fun to go into the EXE and mess with the game.
It says Josh Johnson was in the movie Leave It on the Floor, a 2012 UK movie about a dry clean who's been kicked out of his home for being gay.
Was he the lead role?
Oh.
Probably a different Josh Johnson.
It is on his Wikipedia profile.
After
He was
the
a-
Browns experiment, he probably wanted to find a second career in acting.
Yeah, I would.
Drag queen.
Well, I am barely beating Brad. This is not good.
Ouch!
My game was over after the first quarter.
Shit, he has Tampa Bay's defense. That's not good. Yeah, the High Ridge Rumblers are a cheat code.
At least he has Josh Johnson, but he can afford for him to score -20. He'll still win.
When you got Cam Phillips scoring 28 points, it's just not fair. Damn, his kicker had 13 points. It's stupid.
Who is it, McCrane?
Ty Rouza.
Oh. Yeah, he kicked 2 50-yarders today.
Dude, Josh Johnson just got lit up.
Oh, no. Oh!
Right in the thigh. How many times have you ate shit, Zach?
Yeah, at what?
On the Sebring, how many times did you wreck?
Not that many until I use JB setup.
It's a handful.
It's probably a better
It's fast.
setup. Just, yeah, that's usually how it works. That's what the good drivers
Neutral
use.
zone infraction. Or is that going to be encroachment?
Did he touch the offensive lineman?
I think so.
It should be a neutral zone if he did not.
I thought he touched him. But I think it's actually the other way around.
What is this running back doing? Bro, LA is like shooting themselves in the foot early.
I don't even know who that is.
The hell college is RPI.
Dude, that dude's ugly as fuck.
Hey, dog, 24 modifies it. What the fuck is this?
It's magic, you know. Holy shit, I'm in the top 20. I'm now 21st. No, that's 19th in front of me. Dale, I need to wreck him.
Test drive this shit.
You're having a really good run.
Yes,
You need to
and
have a good run before you miss a race if you do.
exactly. That's why I'm enjoying this while it's lasting, and I'm gonna finish 37.
Is that Lawrence Jennings?
Yes.
Oh my god, dude.
Wide open.
Quizzicon business graphic.
mountains actually look like that on the onboard, or are they not drawing in correctly? No, they actually look like that. How about Scott Drake? That's a good run.
He's a lap down.
Never mind, that's a terrible run.
He's back in.
Oh my god. What is up with Dan's paint scheme?
It's the All-State Wreak Havoc car. So he'd get on TeamSpeak and be drunk and then race and then wreck people. So Tim made him this scheme, the All-State Mayhem scheme, because he caused a lot of mayhem.
Ryan did that quite a few times.
Yeah, but he was still good.
There's one time at Talladega it was a little sketchy though.
Tell me that story.
Friday series race or something.
You know what's sad? I ran a full...
Vega.
Oh, my bad, sorry.
I just remember him running it and swerving back and forth a few times.
Colton Schmidt on IR too?
Good God!
Holy shit!
What a hit. You know what's sad is I came home from the bar when I reset my iRacing, and I got on.
Yeah.
And I was pretty drunk. And I got into the sprint car race with JB, and I actually finished higher than other people. And I was running terribly.
I think I was home that weekend because I don't remember spectating it.
Yes, it was not good. I also ran the linear race and finished 18th.
Yeah, I saw some snaps from that one.
Also ran bad in that one. That 410 was so hard to drive. God, that was awful. I was like, man, this is not good.
We got a battle for the lead. Mark Murphy and Matthew Dominic.
T-Mac, good for you, buddy. I like mine with the door hinge.
I have to agree.
Gives it that nice metallic taste. I have an iron deficiency, so that's how I increase it.
Oh, that is a perfect use for you.
Ooh, I'm gonna get pizza.
You're gonna go get pizza? Can I get a large stuffed crust with one hinge?
No bones. Keep the
Tony,
stem.
do you prefer to eat your peanut butter jelly with the door hinge?
No.
That's weird.
Okay.
Zach, I've got my F1 wheel all set up to this shit. I have my pit limiter, I have my headlights, I've got my brake bias, I got my mixture, I've got my pit limiter, I've got my headlights, I've got my ignition, I got my start, I got my push-to-talk. Yes. Turns it off. No, we're not going to be slow. We're going to compete for a win. No, we're not. Well, practice then. Get your ass on that fucking track and we're going to be top 5. That's not enough. About 3 hours.
And how many laps?
At 19.
Okay, I ran 20 laps.
Spending more time on the track is the point. Gotta get a feel
I
for the
have a
circuit.
question about the start of the race. Do you have to sign up for the race
Oh.
so you can be added to it?
What do you mean?
Like,
Daytona can't be here when we go green, but he wants to run with us.
You need to be on the team and on iRacing before the event. If you're starting the race, you have to be signed up before the race. If
how
you're
do I
not,
get on the team?
oh, we haven't even created the team yet. Are you racing?
Well, I want to be on the team.
The race?
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, you do want to race.
Yeah.
So we want to split this up into 3-hour stints?
Well, I just want to know if, let's say I can't race for whatever reason, will you be disqualified because I didn't
No.
get on the track?
No.
So, if you guys win, I can just be on the team and gain I rating?
No. Because on our N.O.R.L team that we made for Daytona, like Dave Daniels and Brendan Rains are on it. But unless you connect to the server, you won't gain anything.
So I can connect to the server and leave?
Like, you have to be in the race in some capacity.
Okay. But as long as I'm on the team, I can join whenever I
Yes.
want to? Okay. That was my question. Thank you, sir.
Are we gonna do this with 4 people?
I was thinking about doing a second car.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. But I don't know if Spears is interested enough to get his license in position, or even has enough time. Then it would be like the situation where there'd be 3 of us and 2 of us on one team.
I am back.
Or we could just do 2 and 2. Which race team versus N.O.R.L.
Watch us be in the same split and we wreck each other.
I mean, our I ratings are about the same. You might be in a higher split because your road rating's so much higher.
Oh, nice play. Go race! All aboard, baby, all aboard!
God damn it, Brad has him.
Trey Williams playing? I shipped some cards to him at room number 435. That's your quest, Patrick!
Anything else for the White House?
No, just that one dude. He came in like October and sent some shit to him.
Weird.
Wonder how far that thing actually gets.
Was it a letter?
That works.
I don't know, I haven't read them.
What is it, like a bubble camera or something?
No, it was in a flat card envelope.
I mean, if it's a legitimate letter, it usually gets to like some secretary, and if it's worth reading, they'll keep sending it up.
Be a fun job. Determine if this is worthy of the president's time.
Hi, I'm Patrick, 9 years old.
The best way to get the president's attention now is through social media.
Do you ever reply to anybody?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Donald Jr. does a lot.
Oh, Haley Deacon got a signed helmet.
Yep.
Which, as much as I don't care much for the Trumps, I thought that was kind of cool.
Cool from any president.
Oh, that was a good play. Oh! Will Smith. See Will Smith's in this league.
Rick Jackson, but
And I saw that guy in iRobot.
He could make the transition that late in his career.
You know what's crazy about iRobot? Is that it's set in 2035, and we are closer to that today than we are the release date of the actual movie.
That's fantastic.
I remember it.
Ted Cruz in self-quarantine after interacting with a coronavirus patient at CPAC?
Wait, Ted Cruz did what?
He's in self-quarantine after interacting with a coronavirus patient at whatever CPAC is.
Nice.
Like a convention for political convention. Good for him. At least he can watch all the porn he wants.
Oh,
They're going to be watching
now.
him, though.
No, he liked a porn video on Twitter, on his official Twitter.
I remember that.
Matthew Dominique and Mark Murphy.
Whoa, Ben Gear pitting.
Oh, did you guys see the new Rams logo?
Yeah.
Awful.
Dude, I kind of like it.
The LA Rams.
It looks very 2000s-y.
Yes.
It looks very non-NFL traditional look. It's very different.
Does it have more of the yellow in it?
No. Dude, I like it.
If JB likes it, I know it's going to be good.
Well, thank you, Tony.
You're welcome.
So apparently the Constellation said one person was going to go to the feature.
You want my opinion on it? It looks like
everybody disconnected.
Looks like a wave is going over an L and an A.
Yes.
That's exactly what it looks like to me.
There's a guy in here, his name's Jason Smith, 28.
I mean, it looks worse than the failed LA Chargers logo with the lightning bolt at the end of it.
But yeah, that one looks like shit. This one, that's spicy.
So I'll give my true opinion on what's on.
Pretty excited to see the new Bucks uniform. The Vipers had to blow out 15 runs.
Oh yeah. Awful.
Wow. Is that Don Jennings?
Should have been an easy touchdown. Brad have left front nose damage?
So apparently, Pepper Johnson was asked to join the DC Defenders staff, but he didn't. I guess because of his, arbitration? Where the fuck did we get those trash can jackets?
Wonder how much NASCAR Jerry Glanville actually watches anymore.
Yeah.
He seems like the guy who probably doesn't like it anymore.
Can you blame him?
Fucking, stupid fucking playoff stages and fucking yellow flags. Fucking stupid.
Those damn yellow flags.
Yeah, those goddamn yellow flags, how dare they?
He's actually probably thinking, I could finish 5th in this series, it's so uncompetitive in ARCA.
It's funny, I posted on the XFL in a comment they're talking about Jerry Glanville went, oh yeah, the former NASCAR driver, and everyone attacked me. He's not a NASCAR driver, what the fuck you talking? I'm like,
They posted a video of him last week during one of the games.
Laps to go. Top 10. Matthew Dominique the leader. Mark Murphy second. Johnny Reed Foley. Alex Crapser. John Batista. Rookie Jack Painter sixth. Rob Scarberry seventh. David Butterworth eighth. Tony Pizarro ninth. Tim McDonald 10th.
So Ryan Newman has more points than Ryan Preece.
Gotta go for it.
That is pretty sad.
I actually was saying that on our Snapchat group chat. Priest has been running like shit.
Our leader is in the pits.
Good call, good call. Who is this running back?
I don't know. Where's Martez Carter?
Oh, is this Jawan Harris?
Yes.
Damn, he's been inactive all season, I think.
Johnny Reed Foley, Alex Crapser, John Batista, and Jack Painter in the pits.
Why does Norm Chow always hold his head like he's having a brain tumor? It's another free play. Oh, they stopped it. He looks like, Norm Chow looks like Bobby Boucher's mother when she's like, oh, I got the brain pain.
Huge problems for the points leader.
Holy's fucked.
Oh,
wow, goodbye race.
Oh. He might keep going.
Nah, he's fucked. He's fucked. His race is over.
Why would he reset?
That's
what an idiot. What an idiot dumbass.
Well, I think he got mad at Tim for hitting him.
These pit roads are so fucked, and I have no idea why.
Oh! Oh! Oh,
bro.
Tampa ball.
What was that?
Get off of
Folied again.
Can't hear, he can't see.
He can't do that.
You're breaking his neck. Above his head.
It's dire straits for Johnny Reed. Mark Murphy's in.
Holy camera fast work. Looks like
I was trying to get to Mark and it wouldn't let me because of all the cars.
felt like I was watching today's race.
Yeah.
New leader, Rob Scarberry.
Holy shit.
Gaubrey.
I can't do this no more.
I just can't do this no more, Zach.
By the way, what bullshit version of Phoenix is this?
Thank you.
It's 2011.
It looks like ass.
Don't need a pit road.
Foley's already a lap down. Spears to pit road. You weren't too far behind me. If you have a good pit stop, you might gain a couple spots, but that's saying a lot for your underfund.
slow stop, boys.
Leaders in the pits.
Rob Scarberry coming down pit road. 4 tires and fuel. 4 tires and fuel.
So get useless.
Might have already been. I think he had his last one stuck. He's gonna come out
Outside, outside. Back outside. Clear. Clear. You're slow. You're clear, but you're slow.
New leader is Aaron Cummings, Dave Miller in the pits.
Davion Smith!
It's in the yellow, yellow racing machine. Sound like Ward Burton. New skid steer loader shit.
Can't skid, steer, shit.
They're not even doing a podium celebration already? What the hell?
After Dominique had a really long stop, top two are going to be Mark Murphy, Alex Krauser.
Davion Smith's a fucking animal. Big aim.
Sure, the Cat NASCAR team won the Daytona 500. I'd love to drive that car to work one day. How about if you leave the driving up to me? Hey, here's Ward Burton, Daytona 500 winner. What brings you out of the Cat race car? Well, the folks at Carolina Tractor want me to tell everybody that they're giving away a brand new Cat Steer loader. What's the scoop on how I can win one, Ward? Just go to the website www.catsteer.suit Captive Loader.
Hello.
Cat skid steer loader.
No, load it.
Holy crap, this race is almost over?
Yeah, there's only 22 laps to go.
LOWDUH.
Well, I tell
Load
you
it.
what, I think that T-Mac fella may have this win secured, but you know what, that Alex Krasper, buddy, he's gonna be diving on the inside looking for a race win right here. Here we go now.
T-Max had a horrible start to his rookie
Look
season.
at Hauling!
This will be a
Go! The Lucas Hauling Racing Machine 04 Pennzoil Chevrolet.
I'm surprised Brad's up here at all. He got hurt a little bit during this race, and now he is back, racing for the win against rookie T-Mac.
Welcome to the XFL 20 to go. Remember to watch your local XFL matchup on XFL.com. Check your schedule for your channel. Thank you. 19 to go.
This might be the first ever NSRA Lucas Racing battle for the win that we've done so far. If it keeps up this way.
Yes. Actually, it is, yeah.
I don't remember Zach ever racing JB that hard, or Brad racing Zach that hard.
Oh, here he goes to the inside.
He's peeking. Hey, T-Mac just got to drive off, and here comes Brad. Oh no, he backed off.
It's so hard to get a good run off. You can get a good run in on the bottom, but off.
T-Mac seems to apex and roll through the corner a lot better than Alex does.
We're catching the leaders.
He was... Actually, you are. JB and Matthew and me are coming.
Oh boy, let's see what Mark Guthrie does here. Mark was replaced by T-Mac at NSRA
See
Racing
just
match.
how much they coming here to 20 to go.
Oh no, car on pit road. No one cared.
Brandon Rains having a really bad season. It continues for the underfunded Xbox machine.
Curious, why are we not watching the leader?
It sounds
There
like
we
a
go.
rock band. Underfunded Xbox.
Pass for the lead. He's coming back on the outside.
Here comes Brad and Mark.
Like Brad's gonna have the corner here. Beautiful. Here comes T-Mac on the outside.
That was an excellent run on the outside there. That was very impressive.
This looks like Kevin Harvick and Joey Logano from today's
Davion
race.
Smith, take aim, buddy, go, go!
The Wildcats are about to get blown out again.
I love it.
Not good for me. Uh-oh.
Can't believe at one point I was on the Wildcats.
This is not good.
He's not down!
Ben Gear can really determine who wins this race here. Aaron Cummings is in 10th place. Nice well.
Jack Painter.
Close up. Wow. He backed off. He just let it back in front of him. Taylor.
And then he'll wreck him.
I want to know what happened at the start. Wow, T-Mac. Dude, he's driving it hard, and I think he's got it here. He's going to get him in this next 1 and 2. Wow. Whoa, Allen. Allen can determine this race right here. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good.
Is that Quentin Flowers?
Wow.
Davion Smith!
What a 2-point conversion.
I need him on
Here
my
comes
team.
Tony.
Was that a 1-point conversion?
Yes, it was.
What a 1-point conversion. That sucks for Dale.
Surprise. They allowed Quentin Flowers to play football again.
Yeah, I think Brad's in trouble here. Well, maybe not. T-Mac's out of the groove now.
Allen's trying to get one of his 3 laps back. 10 to go.
I'm going to tell you right now, Allen is not making any friends on the track. Wrecked the field at the start by not going. Everyone ran into him, and now he's determining the race winner.
Looks like Brad might actually clear T-Mac because of that right here.
Ooh!
Yeah, he is. He's going to. He's
Bumper
totally...
two.
Here we go now.
All the racing is really affecting the 12, 25, and 39. They're all
9 to go. 9 to go, buddy. 9 to go. Wow, this is actually a pretty intense race.
I think Alan Kowicki's the only driver to get their first career win at Phoenix in NASCAR. So
I'm about to say, did he run any drive against the series?
What's that?
Whoa, T-Mac, big move. Oh, he's hunting. He's hunting that bottom. Here he comes. What a move.
Get off that cushion.
Wow. Lap chase saying T-Mac is saying lap traffic ain't deciding this, punks.
We've got the Lucas Hauling fans rooting for Alex Krapser, the Energy Drink fans rooting for the rookie.
Remember a truck race we ran at NSR when me and Tony were the only 2 up in the lead group, and T-Mac was a lap down. He pushed Tony past me.
I don't
Savage.
remember that, but I can see you not being too happy.
That's why we had the lap car rule. Lap cars had to back out of the lead group with like 5 to go or whatever.
Why do they call him K1 Harris?
Here we go. There we go. Wow, this is a really good battle here between these 2 front-running cars.
That was during the whole thing with Mike T, and he was pissed off I suspended him. Or whatever it was that we did.
Who drove the 11 car? So I remember him being really fast, and then he just left.
Zach something.
Zach Levitt.
Yeah, that
Yep.
was
Yeah,
it.
he ran me over at a Sonoma race and cost me the win. And then he goes past me, so I run him over, and then he went and cried about it and quit. Like, well, I let you have your spot back. I'm like, yeah, I was running first when you ran me over going up the hill. Now I'm running second.
Holy crap, T-Mac. T-Mac's gonna try to trap him behind Allen.
Tony was
He's
going
gonna
to
be-
by and won in the Times New Roman 12.
Dude, I'm coming. I'm
Yes,
there.
you are.
You're what?
He's there.
Frozen?
He's there. This is ridiculous. I've been watching that keep shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. What do we got, 5 to go here?
5 laps to go.
I don't know. I think Brad's in trouble. He can't get on the bottom for whatever reason. There he goes. Now he's moving to the bottom. Well, maybe not. Oh, here he comes. He's setting it up.
Lucas Hauling.
Oh, Tony's fast. Tony's really fast.
Yeah.
It's a
Let's
three-way
go,
battle
Lucas
between
Hauling.
Red Bull, Lucas Hauling, and Fenway Park.
Holy shit,
Fuck
3 to go.
off.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Brad needed to get that run there.
Yo,
Got the
Lucas,
run. Oh, T-Mac stayed up too high. No. This is not good.
Go!
Tony looks like he's kind of backed off. He's going to be getting a nice run on the bottom here, along with Brad.
Oh, he's
If
gonna
they
fuck it
stay
up
side
again.
by side, I think they're gonna be okay. I don't know if I'll make a 3-wide move.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Big wiggle. Here we go. Big dive into the
Comes
corner
to
here.
12 on the high side.
Oh,
12 on the high side. Oh.
exit, and he did.
Brad just, he's got it.
He has
Tony
a
needs to shoot to the bottom, make a 3 wide. But
Tony's going to push here. Allen is going to decide this race.
I feel like I can get this, but I just have nowhere to go.
Allen is going to 100% decide this race. T-Mac speed him off the corner to the line. 1
2 to go.
2 laps to go.
2 to go. 2 to go.
Alan
2 to go.
Nesvetter, the only remaining driver on the COT
He's trying to
chassis.
force it up the middle.
Wow. Holy crap. That pushes actually helped. Oh, here. Oh. Glad he's going to go 3 wide. There's Brad.
We got a good run.
T-Mac, big run wide.
It's
big
helping
run
him
wide.
off the corner though, and I'm giving him a flying here. 1 lap
Huge
to go.
pole.
And
1
the
to go.
29's pushing both of them.
Would you just fuck off and get the fuck out of this race?
Holy shit, come on.
Dude,
This
I
is-
think I'm.
this
getting
could be one
back
of the best
for that
wins.
victory when he pushed me over Zach. Here we go.
We're going to be ahead of us.
Turn 4 for the final time.
Brad's coming off. T-Mac's going to have the drive off the corner. It's going to be
It's a
drag
tandem.
race to the
Coming
line.
in the
T-Mac.
flag. T-Mac
Corn
wins
dog.
it. Yes.
Wow.
Oh, the rookie
Dude, that was
breaking the
probably
color
one of best-
barrier.
That was, oh god.
Whoa.
Whoa.
This is probably one of the best extravaganza races we've ever had.
Holy crap! They were side by side for 25 laps.
You actually won him that race by the dragging off the back. That was insane. Or down the front.
It's probably the first time draft's really been a factor at Phoenix.
Holy crap.
They're running so damn fast.
Holy crap.
That's
Tony
incredible.
Long, 8th place.
Mark Murphy wins his first career extravaganza race.
And his 4th start. No, 6th start. I think he made
He's
2
had
last
more
season.
than that. I think he had 6 or 7 starts last year.
I only think he had 3. I think
Damn
Mike
it.
split the other ones.
Final results. Mark Murphy, first time winner.
Woo!
Alex Krapser second, Tony Pizarro third, Matthew Dominique fourth, John Batista fifth, Aaron Cummings sixth, Dan Johnston seventh, Tony Long eighth, very good run for David Butterworth ninth, Dave Miller 10th. Jack Painter, another great run for the rookie. It's going to be a good battle
really good
between
run.
him and Mark for the Rookie of the Year. 12th, Rob Scarberry, good run. Bill Werkheiser, 13th. Ken Pettit, 14th. Randy Dobbins, 15th. Steven Spears, you didn't go back to 37th. You finished 16th. Good job.
That's actually pretty good.
Adam Krapser, 17th. 18th, champion Tim McDonald. He's still struggling to finish these races well. 19th, Donald Stewart. He needed that. And 20th, Jonathan Skrabick. Spears, you beat him by 4 positions.
Excellent.
21st, Scott Jackson. 22nd, Dalton Lucas. 23rd, Rick Jackson, who
Not good for the Jackson cousin.
he made an unscheduled pit stop, and that cost him. 24th, Christian Torres. Then the lap down cars, Ben Gear, Ryan Hoyser, Glenn Kaufman, Michael Henson, Dale Rosendahl, William Perry, Scott Drake, John Tharp, Brandon Rains, Zach.
Oh, what a play!
Dude, what is happening? Oh my god.
Get up,
Please
get
don't
up.
return that. Please don't. Oh my fucking god.
Damn it.
What the fuck was that? Sorry, Tony. I apologize.
It's all good. Zach Michael, a horrifying 35th after the pole and the flip.
Fucking kill myself.
You might as well.
Drive the truck right off a fucking cliff.
Like Michael Waltrip. Mark Guthrie, Craig Lee, a
James
horrible
Hilton, myself.
37th. Alan Nesvetter, fastest car of the day maybe, 38th, 2 laps down. Jimmy Stevens 39th after an accident. And the heartbreak of the race, Johnny Reed Foley 40th after being up front and maybe the most dominant car all race. He will definitely lose the points lead. Then Matt Raboyne and Mike Carroll, teammate to Mark Murphy, last. It was a very good race, excellent finish. Have a good night.